What's up everyone? Welcome, I am Maz and I hope you're having a splendid day, afternoon, morning, night and so on and so on. Today's video is a bit different because we will actually be constructing something or some things which are wheel cribs. I love to build stuff. I'll show you some of the stuff I've done to the house. So I was talking about construction and building stuff is one of my hobbies, so I've actually built this garage myself. I'm pretty proud of it. Actually, I was lying a bit. I didn't do the foundation, but the rest of it I have done myself. I have built this whole deck myself. It was a fun project. It's rather big, but it was fun. This is the second garage I am building, so it's for our automatic lawnmower. So I have to finish off the roof and some of the details. I have also built this shed, which I am proud of, and it comes really handy. We can have our bicycles and stuff like that in there. I have built these. Yeah, so I like to build stuff. As you can see, I love building things, and I already have really sturdy jack stands. However, I don't feel that comfortable lying beneath the jack stands when I'm by myself, etc. Also, if there are some bolts which are really tight and you're under there and giving it all you got, I don't feel too comfortable being under jack stands, and the car is heavy, etc. So I thought I'll build myself a set of wheel cribs. So in this video I'll walk you through of the steps I will do and the measurements for the wheel cribs, etc. and we will see the end result. This is what I ended up with the dimension parts of it. So the width of the wheel cribs will be 360 millimeters. I have counted for that the tires will have a certain maximum width with regards to the summer tires, and the length I thought it's appropriate with 700 millimeters, and potentially then I can put some board along this edge here and here in order to prevent the wheels from rolling. The height will be 180 millimeters, so it's 4 layers, you could say, stacked on top of each other. And then from a material perspective I will use pressure treated wood, which would be 45 times 120 millimeters, which is 2 by something inches, because the width of 120 would then add up adequately for a width of 360 without me having to sacrifice too much of the boards. Now that we have the measurements, we just need to go out and buy some of the material and we can start with the build. We will buy some material, so we will have 45 times 120 millimeters, 4,200 millimeters long, in order not to get too much excess, and that is not going to fit in here, so we have to cut it in half. this is the final product. Nothing fancy at all. I have even used spikes and not screws. Doesn't have to be anything particular, and as you can see, the 70 millimeters will fit 19 or 20-inch wheels perfect. And as I also mentioned, then maybe I'll put a board here, or I will put a board here, which will actually prevent the wheels from rolling, just in case. And here you have a comparison to the jack stand. So I might have done these a little bit too low, but the good thing about wood and so on is that it's quite modular, so I can actually build more and stack up more and more how shall I say, sections to get to the appropriate height. Also, one thing to remember when comparing these to the jack stands are that these will actually go on the wheels, and the wheels are, how should I say, lower than where you would have your jacking point, so this will actually come a bit higher, even though it's only 118 millimeters then. So it measures 700 millimeters in length, 360 millimeters in width, and 180 millimeters in height. And the material I have been using is 45 times 120 millimeters with 100 millimeter spikes. So let's jack up the car and see how it works. It's time to jack up the car. It's quite convenient in this case because I have mounted jacking rails, which means I can jack the car up in the middle of the car without damaging anything, and easily then put the wheel cribs under the wheels. I have a video of the install of the jacking rails, which you can find on my videos. I have specifically BMR's low profile jacking rails. Let's get on with the lift. So it looks pretty good, actually, I have to say. The wise man would have first lifted this up a bit, then put jack stands on this side and continued to the other side and so on, and would have not done everything in one go as I did right now. But let's do the other side as well, and let's see how much ground clearance we will get. What do you say? Pretty good, huh? Quite a lot of ground clearance, actually. I think this should maybe be sufficient of lying under the car and doing some stuff. Nothing major. And as mentioned, then I can always add more if I need to. But this turned out really good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was all for today's video. As you saw, it's not a complex build or anything as such. If you have the tools I have been using, it will be a lot nice. It will be a bit easier, but you can still do it with some hand power. And also, in my opinion, this is much safer to work under the car compared to jack stands, and the risk of actually lifting up the car onto them is easier than on jack stands, in my opinion. However, leave your comments in the comment sections below if you have any questions, concerns, or thoughts, or if you think I'm an idiot doing this while I am having jack stands. I don't know, it's up to you. Give me 1 thumbs up or 2 thumbs down. Subscribe. Until the next time.